I am absolutely furious right now. WWE just had the audacity, the absolute nerve, to bring back Austin Theory after weeks of mysterious absence, pair him with the Vision, and have them absolutely annihilate one of the most beloved, most respected legends in wrestling history. Rey Mysterio, a man who has given his entire life to this business, who has inspired millions of fans worldwide, who has broken barriers and defied expectations for 3 decades, was left broken in the middle of that ring like he was nothing. And you know what makes this even more infuriating? WWE is betting that you'll just accept this, that you'll move on, that you won't question the absolute disrespect shown to a living legend. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you're not angry about what happened on Raw tonight, if you're not demanding answers, if you're not ready to see justice served, then you need to watch this video until the very end, because I'm about to expose exactly why this attack was not just another storyline, it was a declaration of war on everything wrestling stands for. Let me break down the absolute chaos that erupted on Monday Night Raw tonight, because what transpired wasn't just shocking, it was calculated, brutal, and designed to send shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. Rey Mysterio was in the ring doing what he does best, connecting with the fans, delivering a promo with heart and passion, being the icon that he's been for over 30 years. The crowd was eating it up, chanting his name, showing the love and respect that Rey has earned through blood, sweat, and countless sacrifices. And then the unthinkable happened. Austin Theory's music hit. The same Austin Theory who vanished from WWE programming without explanation, without a goodbye, without any acknowledgement from WWE officials or commentary. He just disappeared into thin air weeks ago, leaving fans confused and wondering what happened. Well, tonight we got our answer, and it came in the form of violence. But Theory didn't return alone. No. He had the Vision by his side, one of the most dangerous, most ruthless competitors on the Raw roster. The Vision has been on an absolute tear since his arrival, destroying everyone in his path, showing zero mercy, and establishing himself as a legitimate threat to anyone who steps in his way. And now these two forces of destruction have united with one clear purpose: to dominate Monday Night Raw by any means necessary. The attack on Rey Mysterio was sickening. I'm talking about an assault so vicious, so calculated, so absolutely brutal that it's going to be replayed and talked about for months. This wasn't a wrestling match, this was a mugging. This was a 2-on-1 beatdown that had no business happening to someone of Rey's stature and legacy. Every punch, every kick, every slap had bad intentions written all over it. Theory started the assault with a blindside attack from behind. Cowardly. Rey never saw it coming. One moment he's addressing the WWE Universe, the next moment he's being leveled by a forearm to the back of the head. Rey went down hard, and before he could even process what was happening, the Vision joined the attack. Two massive, athletic competitors descending on one of the smallest guys on the roster, the odds were impossible. Before we continue, we have a quick request for you. We are constantly working to improve our content to earn your love and support. That's why we would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update here on Wrestling Zone Insider. The double team assault was methodical and vicious. They targeted Rey's legs, the foundation of his high-flying offense. They targeted his back, already weakened from decades of throwing his body around for our entertainment. They targeted his ribs with brutal stomps that made everyone watching wince in pain. This wasn't just about winning a fight, this was about sending a message to the entire Raw locker room. Rey Mysterio tried to fight back, because that's who Rey is. He's a warrior. He's faced impossible odds his entire career and never backed down. But how do you fight off two elite athletes when you're already compromised from a surprise attack? Rey threw desperate punches, tried to create separation, attempted to use his speed and agility to escape, but Theory and the Vision were relentless. Every time Rey tried to mount a fence, they shut him down with devastating efficiency. Then came the most brutal sequence of the entire attack. The Vision held Rey in a standing position while Austin Theory backed up to the opposite corner. You could see it in Theory's eyes, he was measuring Rey up for something devastating. And then he charged across the ring and hit Rey with a running knee strike that sounded like a gunshot echoing through the arena. Rey's head snapped back from the impact, his body went limp, and he collapsed like a rag doll. But they still weren't done. The Vision then dragged Rey's lifeless body to the center of the ring and hoisted him up for a massive powerbomb. The impact of Rey's body hitting the canvas shook the entire ring. You could hear the thud. You could see the pain etched on Rey's face. And Austin Theory? He was standing in the corner taking selfies, documenting this assault like it was some kind of trophy moment. The disrespect. The absolute lack of remorse or humanity. Here's my first trivia question for you wrestling historians. Rey Mysterio won the Royal Rumble in what year? Drop your answers in the comments and show me you know your Rey Mysterio history. The crowd reaction was intense. Boos were raining down from every corner of the arena. Fans were screaming for someone, anyone, to come save Rey. Security finally rushed the ring, referees tried to restore order, but the damage was done. Rey Mysterio lay motionless in the center of the ring, his legendary mask slightly askew, his body broken, his pride shattered. And Theory and the Vision? They stood tall, laughing, celebrating the carnage like they'd just accomplished something heroic instead of committing an act of absolute cowardice. Medical personnel rushed to Rey's aid, carefully checking his neck, his back, his ribs. The concern on their faces told the entire story. This was serious. This wasn't kayfabe. This wasn't storytelling for the sake of drama. Rey was legitimately hurt. The stretcher was called for, neck brace was applied, and Rey had to be carried out of the arena. The image of Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest highflyers in wrestling history, being stretchered out because of a vicious assault, that's an image that haunts you. Let's talk about Austin Theory's transformation, because this is not the same guy we saw weeks ago. Before his mysterious absence, Theory was talented but directionless, floating in the midcard without a clear identity or purpose. He had all the tools to be a star but lacked that edge, that ruthless aggression that separates good wrestlers from great characters. Well, he found it. His alliance with the Vision has transformed him into something dangerous. The Vision is clearly the mastermind behind this alliance. He saw potential in Austin Theory, raw talent that needed proper guidance and a killer instinct. The Vision provided both. His mold Theory into a weapon, given him purpose, and unleashed him on the Raw roster with devastating results. This isn't just a tag team, this is a mentorship, a partnership built on destruction and dominance. Think about the strategic brilliance of targeting Rey Mysterio for their first major statement. Rey represents everything that the Vision and Theory are rebelling against: respect for tradition, honoring competition, earning your spot through hard work and sacrifice. By destroying Rey, they are sending a message that none of that matters anymore. They are declaring that power, ruthlessness, and willingness to cross any line are the new currency in WWE. Here's my second trivia question for the true wrestling fans. Austin Theory became the youngest United States champion in WWE history at what age? Show me you've been paying attention to Theory's career and drop those answers below. The implications of this attack are massive. First and foremost, Rey Mysterio is going to want revenge. You don't end a Legends night with a stretcher job and expect him to just forget about it. Whether Rey comes back alone or brings the entire LWO with him, there will be retaliation. Dominic Mysterio might have his issues with his father, but you think he's going to let this slide? Dragon Lee, Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, the whole crew is going to want a piece of Theory and the Vision. Secondly, this puts every babyface on Monday Night Raw on high alert. If Theory and the Vision are willing to do this to Rey Mysterio, nobody is safe. Main eventers, mid-carders, legends, rising stars, everyone should be looking over their shoulders wondering if they are next on the hit list. That paranoia, that tension, it creates amazing television. The tag team division just got infinitely more interesting too. Theory and the Vision have the talent, the chemistry, and the ruthlessness to dominate any team currently holding gold. Imagine them going after the World Tag Team Championships with this level of aggression. Who could possibly stop them? They've already proven they'll bend or break every rule to get what they want. And let's discuss Austin Theory's singles aspirations, because this alliance doesn't mean he's abandoning championship dreams. If anything, having the Vision in his corner makes Theory more dangerous as a singles competitor. Imagine Theory challenging for the Intercontinental Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship with the Vision running interference. That's a nightmare scenario for any champion. The storytelling possibilities are endless. We could get Rey versus Theory in a one-on-one grudge match where Rey gets his revenge. We could get LWO versus Theory and the Vision in a brutal tag team war. We could get a ladder match, a street fight, a steel cage, any stipulation that allows these competitors to settle their issues with maximum violence. And every single match would be incredible because the emotion, the heat, and the bad blood are already established. What makes me furious about this situation, and I need to be completely honest here, is the blatant disrespect shown to Rey Mysterio. This is a man who has sacrificed his body for this business. He's worked through injuries that would end most careers. He's mentored countless younger talents. He's represented WWE with class and dignity around the world. And this is the thanks he gets, being jumped by two guys who haven't earned half of what Rey has accomplished. It's insulting. But here's the reality: WWE wants us angry. They want us emotionally invested. They want us tuning in next week to see what happens. And as much as it frustrates me to admit it, the strategy is working. I'm absolutely hooked on seeing where this goes. I need to see Rey get his revenge. I need to see Theory and the Vision get what's coming to them. That's the power of great storytelling. Here's the bottom line: Austin Theory returning with the Vision and destroying Rey Mysterio on Raw tonight was shocking, brutal, and absolutely game-changing. This wasn't just another attack, this was a declaration that Monday Night Raw has a new power structure, and Theory and the Vision are positioning themselves at the top through sheer force and violence. Rey Mysterio will get his revenge. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how. The entire Raw roster is now on notice. and the WWE Universe is absolutely invested in seeing how this story unfolds. This is wrestling at its best, creating genuine emotion, compelling storylines, and moments that people will remember for years. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Rey or do you think Theory and Division are justified? What match do you want to see come from this? How should Rey get his revenge? And don't forget those trivia questions. Let's build a community of passionate wrestling fans who appreciate real storytelling. Monday Night Raw just became must-watch television.